Good evening, everyone.
Howdy.
Welcome to Throwback Thursday. I forget what day it was then. Oh dear. Well, it's like every day rolls into one, doesn't it, when you don't go anywhere? So, watch live. First images after NASA's Perseverance rover lands on Mars.
Yeah,
There you go. So, yes. So, if that interests you, then, you can watch it live rather than watching me live.
It's more interesting than that boring rubbish.
Yeah. But, yeah, so
I've been at the moment.
Yeah, I've been baking again this afternoon. I made some lemon and white chocolate muffins. So just thought I'd share that interesting fact with you. So yes, Mr. P hasn't been out nowhere, only down to Asda. So mind you, it's been a very, very windy day today. It says one watching, so you must be the one.
I believe there's none here.
Hi Glenn, how are you?
That's the gas man.
Yes. So yes, it's been too windy for Chris to go out with a drone. He went out yesterday with it. Where did you go? Acton Reservoir. So, but yeah, it's been far too windy today. So it's just one of them things. Can't wait for the better weather. So how are you, Glenn? Are you good? He says, well, I'm watching here. So yeah, it's same old, really. Yeah. So anyway, it says 3 watching now. So obviously we've been joined by somebody else. Come in and say hello.
Well, thanks on strike again for 4 days from work.
Oh, yeah, it's all this like firing and re-hiring, you know. But yeah, I've just been saying I got a notification about
Becky.
This. Hey?
Becky.
Not come here yet. Hiya Becky, how are you? So yeah, this mission to Mars or whatever it is, they've probably got thousands or millions watching. First Joan just landed on Mars. Do you have a flyaway craze? Yeah, it's been that windy. It might have blown it that way. So yeah, it's been that windy today that it could well have done if it had been going out. Hiya, Steve. How are you?
Hello, Steve, lad.
So yeah, and 45 quid. Yeah, right. Callum sort of paid me a backhand compliment. Well, I'm a rabbit, you're a old crow. I'm Jad, how are you? So yeah, Callum made like a backhanded compliment to me. It's basically, it says, because I baked some lemon and white chocolate muffins this afternoon, and he says, your baking's the only thing that's getting me through this pandemic. I thought, well, it's a sort of a compliment, you know what I mean?
We also had a lung transplant.
Oh. I mean, you pulled through your other operation, Steve, so, you know, keeping fingers crossed and everything, that everything will be fine. Oh, I'm Jad's a horse. Oh dear. But yes, Mr. P's been quite busy today. He's been doing his housework. So I thought, well, I better reward him and I'll make him some muffins. I wanted to try the new baking cups out, worked a treat. Yeah, you will, Steve. You'll fly through it. I mean, it's like, just look at it like another. I know it's not a lung transplant, a lung transplanting just like any other operation, but you've got to sort of put yourself in that mindset. Yeah, definitely, Steve. Yeah. Sorry, Pixie, you're an old rooster, old no crow. But yeah, that's the sort of mindset you've got. You put yourself in, Steve. You know, you got through the last one, so I'm sure you're going to sail through. You know, sail through this one. You know what I mean? I know we all have sort of these negative thoughts when we're going, because you know I've had quite a few operations in my time, and you're always nervous beforehand. You know, and I mean, when I had the weight loss surgery, I have some really cool scares. Oh, anyway, like when the last operation I had, when my weight loss surgery, and first words were to Chris, "Oh, I'm still alive." Then you know what I mean, and that's sort of like a knee-jerk reaction when you come through any surgery. You know, yeah, I'm still here. I've made it, sort of thing. You're bound to be nervous because you know you're asleep while they're doing it, so you don't know what's going off, do you? You know, and it's like everything else. I mean, even scars, but yeah, I mean, I've got scars to prove it as well, Steve. You know what I mean? The battle scars, as I as I put it, you know, it shows you that you've come through it. You know, you'll be okay. Trust me. You know, you'll be okay. Just do what doctors tell you to do, and you'll be okay. But you know, it's bound to be a scary situation. You know what I mean? It's and like they say, you know, every surgery, you know what I mean? They always sort of worst case scenario sort of thing, you know what I mean? But they have to do that. But you'll be all right. You know, before you know it, you'll be back on your feet and creating havoc. So yeah, you know what I mean? It's I've just got to clean my glasses. All I can see is like smears across. I'll let because I can't see a thing without my glasses. So I'll catch up in a minute. I think she means, when is your surgery, Steve? I think that's basically. They give you really good drugs in the hospital, but yeah, I thought she meant, when is your surgery, or aren't they sort of give you a date yet, or but yeah, I mean, it's like everything else. They have to give you pain medication because, you know, I mean, just your laugh is so infectious. Love it. It's you know, they're gonna, no matter what surgery, they say I won't need the oxygen hose anymore. Well, that's a good thing, Steve. You know what I mean? I've got a dirty laugh. I can't help it. You know, as I often say, I don't put no airs and graces on. What you see is what you get, and that's what I laugh like when I laugh. If that makes sense. But heart surgery was back in July. So then, oh, yeah, they hadn't actually got a date, but you're like on a waiting list. But yeah, when I had my last surgery, I mean, they say, you know, about visitors and whatever, but Chris wanted to make, and Callum wanted to make sure we're all right. So basically, come and sat aside on me, and he says, you know, if you want to sleep, go to sleep. He says, we'll just sit here for a bit. You know, I just wanted to come and make sure you were all right. You know, he says that about his cousin's sister looking from Olive, look like an Olive. But yeah, it's one of them things, you know. Why is Chris still in his drone? Because
I've already said.
Oh, he put an answer. It's not coming up. It must be behind. So yeah, he's wanted to get the new Mini too. So
yeah, they're selling these for 45 quid, aren't they?
oh yeah. It's all right. He put it in one of the local groups, and somebody messaged him and asked him if he'd take 45 quid. He went, "You're joking, aren't you?" So yeah, you know, same as Chris says, that's like a slap in the face. Somebody asking if they'll take 45 quid. He says it you know, in essence, he says basically extras is worth that. Never mind drone. So yeah, he sort of politely told him no. You know, same as Chris says, I'm selling it, not giving it away.
Yeah.
He just passed the test. Well, that's not going to change, Steve. I mean, he's wanted this Mini for quite a while. So yeah, you know, it's a case of you know, he sold his other drone, but he wants to get the Fly More combo thingamajiggy, as I call it. Chris, get an old man's drone, the Phantom 4. Been there, done that. I've got t-shirt. Yeah. So yeah, he's had that one, Steve, as well.
The drone's just too bulky. Plus, I can't fly it in cities like a can of Mini too.
Oh, pardon me. He's had P3, P4. Oh, I've lost count. What drones he's had. But yeah, oh yeah, I forgot about that. But anyway, some as I say, but that's one of the reasons why he sort of sold them and went for the smaller drones, because it were like, you know, umping a great big, you know, P45. Hiya, Kevin. How are you?
I'm a lady.
But yeah, I'm a lady. How are you? So yeah, but that's the only reason they're far too big and bulky. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good draw, just far too big a bulky.
Yeah. So you know, he sort of same as he says, I'm built for comfort, not speed, and it will like going on army surveillance thing with this great big thing on your back, or you know what I mean. So yeah, it's been a lovely-ish day today, like weather-wise, temperature-wise, but it's been very, very windy. So yeah, I went in Ali's like I don't know about half an hour ago, and Kevin says, "What's cooking?" I've made some lemon and white chocolate muffins this afternoon. So I did them on a live stream way back. But I was I bought these new like muffin cases, baking cups, whatever you want to call them. And I said to Chris, I says, I need to make some muffins so I can give them a try out. So anyway, they've got a thumbs up from Callum. Easy enough to get in. So Chris, give that one to Jeanette and you can get the one you want. Yeah, right. And then have me crash it on for. Are you going to sell the mini one? He's already sold his.
Simon already sold it, mate.
Yeah. And yeah, I did call Vanessa Vicky yesterday. I don't know why. Hi, Simon. I saw you in Most Haunted on the last one. What? But this is how I've been, Amjad. You know, it's like my brain and my mind's all over the place, and you know, it's a case of you know, my brain's not putting itself into gear before I open my mouth, if that makes sense. So I could come out with anything really. But yeah, I mean, so long as it's nothing rude, don't take offence if I call you by somebody else's name. Mind you, Chris would probably. You know, but yeah, it's sort of tiredness, pain, etc. It addles your brain, so it's like confusion. You don't know whether you're coming or going, or you've been there and done that, or oh. Simon says I watch quite a few of the paranormal channels, my lady. Ah, there you go.
Is it one of that lot our side it is?
Oh.
Right, I am as well. So.
Well, this is it. I mean, at one time we used to watch Talk Wild, didn't we? I used to watch that. What were it with? What's the name? Yvette Fielding, Most Haunted or something. But it got to. I mean, when that Derek Akora were on it, I mean, you could see it were all set up. You know what I mean? And sort of, you know, it were like, how can I put it? It was supposed to be a psychic medium or whatever, but it were like you were giving them a bad name because you could tell it were all fake. Oh, I played rain sounds on Spotify earlier. I felt relaxed. But the thing is, Amjad, last night and this morning, we didn't have to play any rain sounds because it were actually rain. Yeah, absolutely pelting it down. But then it sort of sun come out and it got a bit warmer. Yeah.
They're obvious that were fake. He got possessed every week.
Yeah, they outed Derek, caught him fake. But it let's put it this way. Yeah, he might be a psychic medium, but he's not a very good actor. Let's just say. And that's sort of what put us off it a bit. You know what I mean? It's one thing, you know, but it were obvious. It were obvious he were faking it. You know what I mean? You know, if you're gonna fake something, you've got to be you know, realistic, let's just say. The same as Chris says, it were like every week you were being possessed, or you know what I mean? And you're not telling me that you know, how can I put it? If they were going to possess somebody, they wouldn't always choose him. Yeah, he's a psychic medium, or supposedly a psychic medium. But that's not how the paranormal works. Where you going?
Is anybody there? Yes, it's me from 100 years ago. Hello.
But yeah, it's I mean, don't get me wrong, it probably is, you know, truly a psychic medium.
Yeah, but not to
yeah, but this sort of being a medium, and then this sort of, you know, same as Chris says, like slapping it on it's not believable. So there, I think he did. I'm sure he did.
What?
He died.
Oh, Derek Agora?
Yeah. Hi, Wakey. He's full of doo-doo. Yes, I couldn't put it better myself, Wakey. But yeah, you know, I mean, it's one thing. Same as I've said. I mean, I've never been to a psychic. I've never been to anything like that. And I'm sort of one of these that I've got to see it to believe it, or they've got to tell me something that nobody else knows, or that it's impossible for anybody else to know. If you know what I mean. Oh,
I've run out of whiskey, look.
You want your full bottle in there?
I know, yeah.
So yeah, you know what I mean. I'm not saying that I don't believe in them. I mean, because my friend used to badger me all the time. Oh, I'm going to see. I'm going to this event, and I'd say, oh no, you know, I'm all right. As they say, ignorance is bliss, if you know what I mean. But it's, I'll do you a reading, I'll get my cards out. But it's something that I'm not saying I'm not a believer, but you know, you've got to tell me something that only me knows, that ain't widely available, you know. You know, and if I were to sit down to a psychic and she says, oh, I can see a baby in your future, I'll say, well, you're fake for a start, because that ship sailed a long while ago.
Wakey!
So, you know, it's got to be something, you know what I mean? Because you're not telling me, I mean, how can I put it? I'm not,
that's not a good stripping to
I'm not a non-believer, but it's got to be pretty convincing for me to believe, if you know what I mean. If that makes sense. Oh, well, it keeps him quiet in corner, Wakey. That's...
I get louder when I'm there.
But yeah, you know what I mean. You get some people that you know, hang on their every word, but it's like UFOs and things like that and ghosts. I've got to see to believe. No wrong with whiskey, lad. Well, when it's the only thing you've got, what you had in it? I thought you got Coke. I can see you'll have your fingers in all sorts of pies. but yeah, it's like everything else, Simon. You know what I mean? I'm not an unbeliever, but it's got to be pretty convincing. Steak and kidney, meat and potato. Oh dear. But I look at it this way: you've either got a talent or a or you haven't. So tell me something that nobody else knows, or blah de blah de blah, and I'll believe you. So let's just ask a question. Do you believe in psychics, and do you think they've got
some yes, others no.
No.
Well, those on telly, no, because they're a bit of a fake. It's like a Cora one.
Yeah, I mean, Chris has answered question. Some yes, others no. But you know what I mean? It's like this. How can I put it? Like sometimes you have dreams, and then you get this feeling of deja vu, if that makes sense. Like, I've been here before. You know what I mean? I don't get it all while. It's just occasionally I think to myself, well, I've dreamt about this. I've dreamt this. Oh. Simon says, I had my poem read by Gypsy Rosalie years ago, and I can honestly say she was bang on. Oh. Amjad's bought some wicked lights. There is not many good ones out there. Yeah, it's shall I tell you who I used to watch? Teresa, or what her name now? Little woman with tons of hairspray on, and I were a bit dubious because you don't know whether she's been briefed before show. I forget what her name is now. Her name was Teresa. I forget now. You see, this is how I've been lately. I can't remember names, and I could picture her, but I can't remember her name. I know her name was Teresa. She were on, is it TLC? I think program where. Anyway, she'd like go and have her nails done, and there'd be somebody sat next to her, and she'd say, somebody's coming through, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? I used to watch her quite a lot, and basically, she was more believable than what Derek and Cora were. But when you think about it, she must be a millionaire now. You know what I mean? Because she's been on telly, she does private reading. She must have a waiting list, God, as long as my arm. I forgot what her name is now. Oh, I'm going to say I think I've sort of popped in a time or two, Amjad, but she always goes on late, if you know what I mean. Well, I'm still trying to think of that woman's second name. It'll come to me before end it.
That's right. You
What?
know that bloke that offered 45 quid?
Yeah.
Says, you'll be lucky to get 150, I'll tell you now, never £300.
Uh,
I thought, well, considering I've already been offered £200 in this thread, I think I've got a good chance. And so I've been on 400, but I told them I wouldn't get that price. So, swivel.
Most Haunted repeats are on Really Channel every weeknight, 1 a.m. We're in Snoozeland by that time. Yeah, I know. She sort of sometimes, you know, when it's sort of popped up in my notifications, or you know, it's been really late. But well, it's bugging me now. Come on, somebody tell me that you've heard of her.
What? Who?
That used to watch on that psychic. She got all her hair spiked up, and she used to use about 3 cans of hair spray and great long fingernails, and it'll come to me. Long Island Medium, I think the name of the program were. Somebody told me that they've watched it and know what her name is. I know it's Teresa, but I can't. But the name of the program is Long Island Medium. I'll Google it and see if, because it's bugging me now that I can't remember her name. Teresa Caputo, that's the name. Yeah. It says, Quest Red +1, TLC. So yeah, that were a name. Yeah, she were renowned for having like about 3 cans of hairspray on it. Teresa Caputo, that's the name, and the name of the program were Long Island Medium or something like that. But I used to watch her regularly. I am recently, you know. Yeah. Well, if you've seen it, Amjad, she'd like got how can I put it? Like a mullet type of hair, and she used to like backcomb it and used about 3 cans of hairspray. She used to buy this hairspray in bulk because she uses that much of it. So, but I haven't actually seen her for quite a while now. It's one of them things where you get into something and then it sort of series ends and you can't quite get back into it when you go back to watch it. But, you know, it's... at end of day, it's a TV program, and you don't know whether, you know, she's sort of, it's been set up, you know what I mean? So, you know, but anyway. So what has everybody been doing today? Anything? Nothing? You know, I mean, I've been baking. I've been making some white chocolate and lemon muffins. I did do them on a live stream quite a while ago, and sort of lemon. Oh, you're more into Ghosts and Poltergeist, are you? Oh, what was that one that you used to watch?
Which one? What's the Lord? Oh, American Ghost Hunters or something.
Yeah, that's Chris used to watch that one.
To try catching a ghost in a Faraday cage or something.
Yeah. I mean, I try to go in when I can, Amjad, but by that time at night I'm flagging, you know what I mean? It's like you know, it's 7 o'clock her time, which makes it about midnight our time, and by about 12 o'clock I'm flagging, you know what I mean? She is a nice lady, you know what I mean? It's like there's not many channels out there that are down to earth like Laurie is, you know what I mean? But she's like me, you know, she's down to earth and oh, Simon said he did start to do a couple of investigations, but then we went into lockdown again. But it's like this, Simon. I'm a scaredy cat. You know what I mean? You know, first sign of out going bumping night, and I'm off skis. You know what I mean? You know, I'd be absolutely crapping myself. You know, I'm one of these that, you know, I have got like a bit of a nervous disposition. You know what I mean? And you know, if I saw something, I'd absolutely brick it. You know what I mean? Now, Chris, on the other hand, you know, there's not much scares him, and it's like these horror movies where you know, where you're watching it and you keep saying, let's say you can hear something in basement, and a normal person would get out of there, you know, as soon as possible. And you're shouting at telly, well, why would you go down and investigate if you know there's somebody there? You won't see me for dust. I'd be out there like a shot. You know what I mean? You know, I won't be standing there saying, who's there? Who's there? I think, sod this, I'm off. I wonder where Vanilla is tonight. She'll probably be in a bit later. I mean, it's early days yet, Amjad. But yeah. Oh dear. Can't believe I called Vicky last night. But anyway, as a kid, we used to live just round the corner from the Enfield poltergeist. I had to pass it on the way to school. Been into paranormal for years. But I mean, while I like listening to the, you know, different people's like situations and different you know, what they've encountered and whatever, I couldn't actually go on like a ghost hunt because I'd be too shit scared to come across a ghost, if you know what I mean. I mean, even Chris will tell you, I'm even a nervous passenger in car. So, you know what I mean? If I were to come in contact with a ghost or a poltergeist or what, I mean, I've seen... but this is the thing as well, my lady. Funny you should say that about orbs. Now, when Chris has been sat at his computer desk and he's been recording a video, and we've watched it back, and I went, did you see that orb fly past? You know what I mean? You can't actually see it until you watch it back. You know what I mean? Now, that is the sort of thing that, you know, I've seen it. I've actually seen it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, and we often say, I wouldn't, because you see, the thing is, I've been to Yorkshire, 30 East Lane. What you've lost me there, my lady. But it's like Chris has been sat over there and there's been nobody around him, and he keeps saying, oh, I've just felt a tapping on the back of my chair. or somebody's just touched my shoulder. Now, I often say, because my mum absolutely adored Chris. Don't ask me why. My mum absolutely adored Chris. And you would have thought that if she were trying to contact me, she'd have contacted me because I'm a daughter. But no, everything that's happened, it's always happened to Chris. Oh, 30 East Drive, one of the most haunted in the UK. Oh, but the only thing, or the only thing that's happened to me that I can't explain is I'd been downstairs one night and I were going upstairs, and I know it weren't my mum because it were a male voice, and they said hello. Now, I thought that either Chris or Callum had got out of bed, and I thought, well, why would Chris or Callum be saying hello to me? Now, that I cannot explain. Hiya, Dr. Smith.
Hello, Doctor.
We're talking about paranormal and things like that, and orbs, and but yeah, I mean, when anything happens, it's always Chris. That is the only thing that's happened to me as regards strange occurrences. I was going back upstairs one night and I heard a bloke's voice and they said hello. Didn't say anything else. Just hello. Nah. That's right, I'm looking where Pop is. The guy that lived in this house before us, he was a gentleman, a bloke. So although he didn't die at home or didn't die in this house, it could easily have been him. So but it was quite clear, and it were obvious it were a man's voice. So yeah, as far as explaining that is, I don't know. But yeah, Chris has had taps on shoulders. He's had tapping on back of his chair, and you know, these when he's been like recording a video or something. It's only when you watch it back that you see these orbs flying, you know, across. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. But they probably know that I'm sort of an unbeliever sort of thing, if you know what I mean. You know, so basically, has anybody else had, you know, things like this? They do come back. Oh, you know, yeah, it's never happened again since then. It's only happened the once, but you know, that's a, you know, but you know, does anybody else have any, you know, things that they can't explain happening, or same as my lady says, like orbs, and basically, you know, just tell me your stories. This is why it's called Throwback Thursday, because you know, I like to hear, you know, your stories and whatnot. So but can you just do me a favor, baby? Can you pass me that pop?
No.
Sounds like you have a visitor. But I you know, I keep saying this thing with Chris. I reckon it's my mum. You know what I mean?
Could be.
And I mean, I can't say that the you know the
could be mine, Annan.
But what I'm saying is, when I said that bloke said hello, it could have been Norman.
Could be.
Which is my stepdad.
Hey, Rob, you all right, lad?
But that is one thing that I'd never even contemplate doing, Simon. I think these Ouija boards are dangerous.
Screw that.
Yeah, no, I'd, you know, that's one thing I'd steer clear of. You know, it's the dangerous. I have all the time lived with it for years in my house. Oh, but the thing is, you know, they say that this sort non-malevolent ghosts or spirits or whatever, which don't mean you no harm. So obviously, I mean, how long we've been here? About 5 years.
Like that.
And they've never caused us any harm. You know, we're not worried about it in any way, shape or form. But, you know, and I believe that there's good spirits and then there's bad spirits. You know what I mean?
We're just like an annoying one that likes to turn the TV down.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah,
Nice.
I forgot about that. I know. Yeah. When we go to bed of a night, we always watch telly. Well, it's like, since we've both been doing YouTube, we always watch like Chris's vlogs and beginning of my live streams, etc. So anyway, I always got that story time. One time I was fast asleep and I seen a ghost in a black dress in my bedroom. Yeah, it's like, that's one thing, my lady, that scares the hell out of me, is Ouija boards. Yeah, but it's like me. I mean, if that had happened to me, Amjad, I'd have gone under duvets and you know, I'd be scared witless, me. But yeah, so we always put telly on when we go to bed, and I use downstairs toilet. Yeah, it would have done something by now. Yeah, well, that's a different story. So I always use downstairs toilet, and Chris goes upstairs and he goes to upstairs toilet. Now he goes in bedroom, plumps me pillows up and everything for me, puts telly on, and then he'll go to laugh. So by that time I'm upstairs anyway, sat watching telly, and all of a sudden volume went right down. So I says to Chris, well, I'm not sat on handset or anything. It was like about 6 feet away on his bedside cabinet. So anyway, I gets handset, turns volume back up. It did it again. So it had done it twice. And Chris says, if that's you, Joyce, do it again. But it didn't happen again.
No,
but yeah,
if that's you, Joyce, turn telly off, and then I will be.
Yeah, that's what he said. He says, if it is you, Joyce, he says, turn telly off altogether. But no happened. So sort of that's another thing. And handset were nowhere near me or anybody. But yeah. What he's talking about is one New Year's Eve, me and Chris got through 2 bottles of vodka, and it were a New Year's Eve. And we were going up to his mum's next day, and he kept having to stop car every 5 minutes for me to... Yeah.
You can't take it.
Because I'd never had vodka before. And Chris says, oh, it's like drinking pop, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we finished 2 bottles of vodka off by the time we'd done. And that's where he says I had a bad spirit. I've never drunk it since. And then his mum wanted to know why I weren't eating my dinner. That's because I feel ill. Yeah, it's a bit hard when you're going down motorway to have to keep stopping, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it were donkeys years ago. Amjad, it were. It's about 2004, 2005. It was some years ago. You know. So, Chris says, you've never had vodka before? I said, no. I said, it's not something that, anyway. But that's a different story. That's nothing to do with paranormal. But yeah. So yeah, that's the story behind the vodka. And I've never touched it since. Well, apart from Smirnoff Ice, but they mixers aren't.
That's just pop.
Yeah.
That's fizzy pop.
So, but I mean, let's put the record straight, Amjad. Chris were drunk. I weren't, off my trolley sort of thing, but it's these are sort of the things that's happened. I mean, it's not, it's not been nothing like major, turning telly down but you see, same as I says to Chris, funny thing is, on the wall where it telly is, Callum's bedroom's there. So whoever it were basically saying, turn telly down, Callum's asleep in next room, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but not bloody mute it.
Yeah, flash, yeah. It was on about when Johnny flashed me his hairy chest. Chris says that you got a third nipple. Oh dear. Oh dear. But yeah, sort of, so, has anybody had any sort of, them sort of experiences, have you physically heard people talking to you, or like Amjadi saw somebody in a black dress, you know what I mean? I'm not physically seen anything. It's just like I've only had the one experience, and that was this bloke saying hello. So, I sort of looked round when I got upstairs, because I could tell it was coming from upstairs. And I thought, well, Chris is fast asleep in bed, Callum's fast asleep in bed, so I know it weren't either of them. And I sort of didn't have a conversation or anything. They just said hello. So yeah, I'd love to, any stories that you've got to tell me. Oh dear. It must have been some while ago then. Yeah, that's fine, Amjad, you know what I mean? It's just, Oh, there you go. He heard a voice say behind you in the middle of woods, caught it on camera too. But it's like, there is several videos out there on YouTube that, have sort of caught a silhouette of some kind, you know what I mean? But this is what I'm saying, Simon, I've got to have the evidence to believe it, you know what I mean? So it's one of them things. I mean, it's like me. I will only believe it if I've got evidence of it. So, but you know, it's one of them things. You know, you've either got the stomach for it or you haven't. Oh, we had shadows on the stairs when we were kids, footsteps and all sorts. So is that what got you interested in it, Simon? Is it like things that have happened in your childhood, you know, like same as you say? But I mean, Chris has just said he likes people that use the voice recorder things. You know what I mean? They can be manipulated, let's just say. If they put it in your mind that they're saying a certain something, you listen, and it's basically your brain, if you know what I mean. It's like they're trying to manipulate your brain into, oh yeah, it does sound like that, you know what I mean? Dr. Smith says I'm too fond of the drink to know if it's a ghost or a trip. But it's like this, you know. You know, how can I put it? I'm not saying that I don't believe. I've got to have the evidence. But these that do these voice things is they put the idea into your head that that's what you're hearing, if that makes sense. You know, it's all right to say, oh, did you hear what they just said? Just said, you know, I'm here, you know, and then you listen to it. And obviously it tricks your mind into thinking that that's what you're hearing, if that makes sense. If you were to listen to it and nobody said a word, you think, well, I didn't hear no. Oh, but you get what I'm saying is they point out to you what they think they're saying, but then you're listening for it, and yeah, oh yeah, I did it. You know, that is what, because they've told you what it is you're listening for. Well, let's just say I'm a bit of a skeptic. You know what I mean? You can call it what you want. And same as I say, everybody's got their own opinions, and which it weren't me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Everybody's entitled to their opinions. You've got people that believe, and then you've got skeptics like me. Unless I see it or hear it with my own ears, you know, how do we know it weren't you, Wakey?
Every time it says it weren't me, then we know it was him. He's just trying to cover his tracks.
Yeah, covering his tracks, as Chris has just said. You know, them that do, what do they call it? Protest too much.
Yes.
Yeah. But, yeah. Right, enough about ghosts and whatever. We'll go on to something else. I know it's something that Simon.
Simon. That's a good subject.
Yeah, I know it. I know it's a good subject, but not everybody's into it, if you know what I mean. We know it was you, Paul. The plasma was like beetroot juice. I'm just, can we talk about baking? What's that? Not debating this with you while I'm eating Matt. What is it? She's a suit, wherever it is.
This is a can.
Whatever that is. Tell us what that is, Wakey.
In English,
Please, pour us out of his misery and tell us what it is you're eating.
that was bum snot night. Like, what, you eating bum snot, are you? No, it says red. It was like Beetlejuice.
Oh, dear.
That's a good film and all. Beetlejuice.
But you see there again, that's more like a comedy.
Yeah.
A P-tape
Michael
sort of thing.
Keaton, is it?
Yeah. But yeah.
That one of the first videos I ever bought.
Uh,
Little VHS at one point.
we don't want to know about you when your bum's not Wakey.
What was that? Snot bubble.
Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah. We had a certain person on once and he blew biggest snot bubble, and ever since then we called him Snot Bubble.
Never to be seen again.
Yeah.
God.
But yeah, you know, that's going back when it was Google Hangouts and whatever, you know what I mean? It's not a very nice look when you're on Google Hangouts and you're on a live stream, somebody having a great big snot bubble come out the nose. That's why I'm always blowing my nose. I keep thinking, well, I don't want to have a dribble while I'm live streaming or but yeah, that's another story. And after that, we always called him Snot Bubble. And somebody else that were on the live stream says, for God's sake, blow your nose. Oh, dear.
Barry Bannon drives 400 miles to meet Facebook woman only to discover it's a hoax set up by rival football fans. Rotten gits.
Oh, well, that's what you get when you play away.
Exactly.
In more than one respect. So, Amjad wants us to talk about baking. There's two that I might do this week. Either easy lemon baked donuts or Mississippi mud pie. So, what would you like to see me make? Just asking a question.
Gordo! No, we don't want to make Gordo. One's enough.
Oh dear, hiya Gordo, how are you? But yeah,
Food. Bacon and egg butty, how's that?
No, it's got to. Wakey, what he's put. And then he's going to say it weren't me. Oh dear. But yes, Callum sort of, I did say at beginning at stream, Callum sort of gave me a backhanded compliment. I made some lemon and white chocolate muffins earlier on. And yeah, exactly my sentiments. Anyway, he turned round to me and he says it's only your baking that's getting me through this lockdown. I thought, well, it's a sort of a compliment, but it's more of a cake than it is Amjad, it's like a chocolate cake. Then you put marshmallows on top, put it back in oven and melt the marshmallows, and then you put like a icing sort of thing on top. So yeah, it's sort of a dessert slash cake. So you know, but yeah, trust old Wakey to, you know, share details that we don't want him to share. Oh dear me.
But you're going to tell us what curry it were next.
Oh God, don't. Don't really want to know, to be honest with you. So yeah, I wanted to try them new baking cups out that I bought, and they're just the trick. So I mean, there's 160 in them, so I might order some more so I've got plenty, or you know, if I have to, I'll reorder them again. See them, the rose gold ones, these, because I've still got some on my table, look, from when we did the baking. They're very hard to get they're very hard to get the cake out of. Now these what I've bought, they've like, where these is like rolled over, them that I've bought are like fluted, so you just pull it and it, you know, it's easy enough to get them out. But you see, a cupcake case is no good for a muffin, if that makes sense. But I ordered some polka dot ones off of when we shopping off Asda. The lady needs a snack. But yeah, these are like cups, deep ones. Now, whereas cupcake cases are only small, so there's like a difference when you're making cupcakes and muffins. So that's why I made the the muffins this afternoon, is to try them out. So yeah, so I mean, they them that I've made this afternoon. Oh, that's a better picture. So I did do them on a live stream, but I thought, yeah, the ideal, you know, there's no decorating.
Hey, Georgie Podgy!
Oh. So yeah, I got them out to the hiya George, how are you? I got it out me sort of annals of you know, streams gone by, and I thought, right, that's the ideal thing. You put lemon curd in, you put white chocolate chips in, jobs are good in. So they've passed the test anyway. You know, we're the ideal for baking muffins. So this is a good one. I'm going to tell you now. This is a good one. I made them. I put them in oven, put my timer on and everything. Come and sat back down in here. So I says to Chris, I says, when timer goes off, I says, will you get them out of oven? So he says, yeah, I'll get them out of oven for you, no problem. So anyway, timer goes off. He goes in there, comes in here to show them in, make sure that they were baked, etc. Okie dokie. I bet my lady's going for a snack.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he brings them in here with oven gloves on and everything. I says, yeah, they look all right. So I'm listening. So he goes back in kitchen and he went, that one's mine, that one's mine, that one's mine. He says, basically, he says, all 4 biggest ones are mine. So we were pouring dabs on them before they'd even cooled down. So yeah, he says them 4 big ones is mine. So I says, well, it's good job I made a dozen then. So anyway, Callum comes down a bit later on, and he says,
already put it.
So anyway, Callum comes down, and I'd gone back to bed for a bit of a kip because I hadn't slept very well last night again. Anyway, so he comes down, and I'd said to Chris earlier on, I says, oh, I might melt some white chocolate and put some white chocolate on them. So Callum comes down and he says, can I try one of Mum's muffins? And Chris says, no, because I think she's going to put some white chocolate on them. So we'd stopped Callum from having a muffin. So I says to him, I says, well, it wouldn't have mattered. I says, I don't have to put white chocolate. I says, it was just like I thought.
I thought you said that you were going to put some.
I says, do you think I ought to put some white chocolate on them? You know, I didn't say I definitely was.
Well, you're going to get me.
Custard cake. She put custard powder in the cake batter, not. But I mean, I downloaded. Well, I printed out a recipe for custard tarts ages and ages ago. So can you remember the wooden tamper thing that I had? And I've never used it yet. Well, anyway, that'd be ideal for the custard tarts. It's just that, you know, you print other things off and then, you know, I won't be able to do it on a live stream because you've got to make the pastry, you've got to put it in the fridge, then you've got to take it out, and then you've got to make the custard, and then you've got to bake them. So it's not feasible to do it on a live stream. So it's sort of one of them things you put to one side, and no, it's not a wooden vibrator. Oh dear. But yeah, I bought this tamper thing like for when you make like tarts and whatever, because you just break a bit at.
Vanessa!
Hiya, Vanessa!
It's Vanilla Kitty! Ice baby.
I knew it, you are a perv.
Who put that?
Wakey. Because you called it a wooden vibrator.
Well, you know it, Wakey.
You know, so I thought it were a good idea to buy this wooden tamper thing, and it's ideal. You just break pastry off, stick it in your muffin tin and stamp it, and voila, you've got ready-made it's Chris's butt plug. It's stored safely away in my baking drawer in the kitchen. I've never used it. I keep saying I'm going to do these. I like to do it on a vlog. Do some custard tarts. You know, it's one of these things that it's not feasible to do on a live stream, but you know, I'd be able to do it on a vlog because, you know, when you put pastry in the fridge, you can come and sit down and have a coffee and whatever, you know, and then when that's done, get back to filming. Oh dear, 2-day snowstorms have started.
Where?
Vanessa says.
I'm moving to Vanessa's!
Go on then, bugger off.
Vanessa, I'm coming!
Oh dear. She might not want you. But you know, it's like, I mean, I did the truffles, you know, as a vlog. So I'm going to get back into it. I will, you know, it's just sort of getting the motivation and yeah. Oh dear. But anyway, less said about that, the better. It's wood anyway, wakey, so I don't think it'll be very comfortable. Simon. Oh, just found out today our home telephone number was changed 2 years ago. Lol, wondered why no one had called for a while. Oh dear. Oh dear. But how can you not know your own telephone number had changed? Ooh.
That's Pixie.
One day at a time. Is it really a different day if you don't sleep for days? Well, it's like me, Vanessa. It's like you wake up of a morning and you have to think, what day is it today? You know what I mean? Because when you don't go out for months at a time, every day rolls into one. Oh yeah. No, it's not infant service, it's going infant service.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what I mean.
This home has the same landline number since it was built in the early 60s. I know what. Hey, Ian. Well, you could say hi to him. And thank you very much, Ian. Well, we same, Vanessa. I never know what day it is. You know, you wake up in the morning and it's like I said to Chris earlier on. I says, "Is it Friday tomorrow?" He went, "Yeah." I says, "Oh, that's bin day." So I says, "You must remember to take bin down." Okay, I Pixie. Oh dear. We had to renew broadband contract today. They checked the number. We said that's not our number. They changed it when we swapped supply. But this is the thing, Simon. Although we've been with Sky for at least 7 years, when we've moved, we've always had to have a different number. Why, I don't know, but we've not changed supplier. But they more or less say, well, because you move into a different area, you've got to change your telephone number.
So whenever everybody would call his Simon, they all thought he had moved house.
Oh, can you remember when we kept going this old lady ringing? I forget who she asked for now. And she, yeah, and then she says, "Oh, I'm trying to phone a man friend." She says, and then like a day or two later, phone would ring again, and I'd say hello, and she says, "Oh, I'm sorry, my dear." She says, "It's me again." She says, I says, "Well, you know, notes changed from last time you rung. That your man friend still don't live here." Oh, you'll have to learn to duck fast then, Amjad. That's all I can say.
Is he going about Olive? Arthur!
The house number here is 1 digit off the pizza place when we actually had a phone plugged in. It was great fun messing with the callers. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's a wonder me and this woman ain't on first name term, you know, because she phones that often and she still ain't got the message that it's not a man friend's telephone number. You know, but she still keeps ringing that number. And I says, well, I just bought myself Senior's GPS for the car. Not only does it tell me how to get to my destination, it tells me why I wanted to go there. But yeah, you know, because I mean, if it weren't an old lady, I'd say, look, Duck, you know, into about time, you wrote him a letter or something. You know, into about time, you wrote him a letter or something and says, well, obviously, that number that you gave me ain't your number. You know, do you think he's tried to tell you something and to throw you off at scent or something? You know, you know, but occasionally we still get, you know, this little old lady saying, hello, is that? I says, no, Duck. I says, and she says, oh, is it that nice young lady? And I went, yeah. So I says, nothing's changed since last time you rang. He still don't live here, and it's still not his number. You know what I mean? As nicely as I possibly could. You know, ain't it about time you know, you check with your man friend that this is that you know, he's gave you the right number. Obviously he hasn't. So shan't phone for quite a while now. Vanessa says, I carry a Garmin Glow GPS received with me. It allows me to look at my phone and make a breadcrumbs trail to find my way back. Oh dear. But this is it, you know. I often sit it because I forget who we're having conversation. Oh, I think it was Tracy. It's it's Chris's secret bit on the side. Sounds about 80. That's about right, Gordo. But yeah, but I often laugh, and she still rings it. She's probably forgot that she's rung before. You know, not saying that all old people are senile or anything, but she's probably forgot that she's, you know, rung it before, and a woman answers it. I finished it, Wakey. Chris had told him he couldn't have one because I was pouring chocolate on it. I says, no, I didn't say I was pouring chocolate on it. I says, should I put chocolate, drizzle some chocolate on them? So, yeah, ooh, crinkly bits. I ought to say to her next time when she rings up, well, I've got a, you know, I can't say virile young man, can I? I've got an husband that's going begging if you want him. What place is this? I got some email searching for my ex. Did I give them an email back? Well, I certainly did. I can imagine, Vanessa, there were a few choice words thrown in there, you know. You know, why would you want to find him? Snoring. Wonder you can't, young man. Have you? I have 4 cups of blueberries. I can make muffin back. I've made some muffins this afternoon, but mine were lemon and white chocolate. Free to a good home. Yeah, I'm not that lucky. Nobody'd want you.
Did you read the whole Betty?
Yeah, free to a good home. They'll hand you 20 quid and say no thanks. Been 14 years since my divorce. I think you think my email would ever give a hoot. Chalkberries. But never even heard of chalkberries. Oh dear. But I just wanted to try them baking cups that I bought. So
Like he's getting stabbed on Tuesday to see future.
Oh. What? Oh. So I take it you're having the vaccine then.
You get yours hopefully soon, Bobby.
Yeah. Now, the question is, Vanessa, which is more beneficial to you?
Moonshine!
Oh yes. But yeah. Stained week, yeah, I got my first poke last Thursday. Oh, Vanessa's had hers as well.
Everybody's getting poked apart from us. All the pokes are getting up on Facebook.
Yeah, well,
they're all dried up.
I'm going to tell you a secret now. And I says I weren't going to tell anybody. Yeah, I'm getting mine Wednesday. I said I weren't going to say anything until I'd had it, but yeah, I'm getting mine Wednesday. Soon I make a run out to the brewery in Pennsylvania for their moonshine in still glasses. You can't run your car on muffins, Vanessa. Well, if things is anything to go by, moonshine is like paint stripper. What's that we watch on telly?
What?
That moonshine thing.
The moonshiners.
Oh, is it called moonshiners? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What were they infusing theirs with last week? And he says it tasted horrible.
I can't remember. We were about till we bought it when we watched it.
Oh, it were hemp. Yeah. They were making some moonshine, but it infused it with this hemp. Now, when it come out, obviously they taste tested it, and he says, basically saying it weren't drinkable. So it'd gone to this hemp farm or something to find out, 190% proof and 50% to add fruits to. But yeah, he tried this, infusing it with hemp or something, and he says it tasted rank, basically. So he went to this hemp farm, and they were running him through all the, how they break it down, and then it goes into this machine, and blackberry are delicious. Keep it in deep freeze to stay very cold. But yeah, so he went to this hemp farm to find out how to refine the hemp or something like that. So basically, this bit of machinery that they'd got to refine it right down to, bare bones sort of thing. So basically, he let them in on secret that they were trying to do some like hemp infused moonshine. But anyway, same as I say, that were sort of something that we were watching, and we don't sort of, you know, watch a lot of things like that. But yeah, he says it basically it tasted rank, and you know, we went to this thing and saying, how can I sort of, you know, obviously I'm a moonshiner, blah 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 blah. And he says, well, you want this, and it were a lot of money, and basically he come to this agreement with him that if he supplied, or I don't know, anyway, they were sort of like bartered, doing a deal, and would you be prepared to supply me with a refined thing, you know what I mean? But I mean, it isn't exactly weird. It's hemp, which is, I know it's like another name for it, but it's well, what does dope and teabag paper have in common? That was the opening slide of a hemp bale moisture testing procedure. I don't know. But anyway, just sort of saying that were the episode we were watching, and why somebody'd want hemp oil in the moonshine, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's like, really, it's like CBD oil is same, but you don't get the eye, if you know what I mean. So, you know, I mean, that's made with hemp, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know note about these things, you know what I mean? Dr. Smith says, I love good scotch. I'm fine with bad scotch as well. Well, that's what Chris is on tonight. He's on whiskey. But, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm not a big drinker, so a sniff at barmaid's apron and I'll be anybody's. Oh, my new tasting method allowed completion of procedure from $1,600 down to less than $100.
Oh.
But, you know, it's, as I always say, Vanessa, and this is an English saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know, if that makes sense. You've sort of got to have the contacts and got to, you know, she says I should make a still over the fire pit. But I mean, we've seen enough of this moonshiners occasionally to know it's very dangerous. I mean, because most of these moonshiners set up a still in woods or whatever. Because obviously, I mean,
parts of America it's illegal.
Yeah, it is in parts of America. It's illegal. Imagine my cousin's sister was the ghost in the black dress I see when I shout. No, she shouts, Arthur. Bend over, cough done. And yeah, it's you know.
Open invitation from Vanessa. I'll see you in morning.
I'll pack his bags for him, Vanessa. But yeah, it's not what you know, it's who you know. You know what I mean? You've got to have the right contacts. Now, I'm not on about the actual moonshine. I'm on about all thing that it involves. You know, I mean, I've seen enough. You know, to you know, it's they've had explosions and you know, catching a fire and get the moonshine ready. He won't want to leave, Vanessa.
I'll get moving in.
But yeah, you know what I mean. It's, I mean, while I don't quite understand it, you know, it's only like in this country, people make their own brew. You know what I mean? I mean, like Gordo, he does brew cider. You're way too young to remember bus conductors, Amja. But it's like, you know, it's not illegal in this country to make your own brew, you know, beer and...
It has there. It's in shops.
Yeah.
Not as big, only small pots, mine.
I have 3 hard left currently, blackberries in one and cranberries in the other. But you know what I mean? What is it? Why is it, you know, I mean, can you explain to me, Vanessa, why it's illegal? Is it because it's so potent, or, you know, I don't really understand it. You know, why? Because we can brew our own beer, we can brew our own... I mean, like Gordo does. Hey, Richard's in.
Hello, Darwin. Darwin, you want to play about me here, mate?
Brew whatever you want, just can't sell it. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's you know, people have got the wherewithal, like bottles and demijohns and God knows what else, and Gordo sort of this infused vodka and this infused wine, or you know what I mean? So you know, same as Wakey says, you can brew whatever you want, but you just can't sell it. Brewing at home is dead easy. But this is what I'm saying, Gordo. Why is it illegal in US to brew moonshine? No, it is illegal to make your own liquor. Beer and wine is legal to make yourself up to certain amounts. Oh. Hiya, Carla, how are you?
Hello, Carla.
You can get a permit to make alcohol for fuel. Oh. There you go. You learn something every day, don't you? But yeah, you know what I mean? It's while, you know, I'm not altogether thick. I sort of don't understand these sort of things, because they want you to buy all the licenses to, oh. But it's while I understand, I know that, you know, it's like ours, you know, Chris would sooner go to the supermarket because it's a lot of ball ache to brew your own, you know what I mean? Uncle Sam wants his taxes. Oh. But you know what I mean? Chris would sooner have it ready made and, you know, and just pour it in a glass and away you go, you know what I mean? You know, you're sort of either into that sort of thing or you're not. Yeah, we're good, Carla. So, you know what I mean? It's... oh, they don't allow a certain amount for liquor, but they do beer and wine. You know, it's... I'm Dad's full of giggles. I'll let you make me a coffee, baby. The only license we need to make moonshine is a driving license when we go to the shop to buy one. See, it's illegal here to make spirits at home in the UK. Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, why sell them in boxes?
But,
or is that just wine?
But the thing is, it's like, in essence, you're doing all these... I ain't got a cup. You took it in there.
I said yeah.
Is brewing moonshine allowed in the UK? I haven't got a clue about that one, Vanessa.
Come on, Darwin, it's your turn, Mr. Google.
Gordo will answer the question for you because I haven't got a clue. She says, "Oh, burst my bubble, Gordo." Because see, Gordo put it's legal here to make spirits at home in the UK. So that basically answered Vanessa's question. Damn Gordo, there goes my murder plot. What if I say I brew it for hand sanitizer then? Yeah. Basically, moonshine is vodka. Oh, there you go. You see, we do have as users, Vanessa. We've got people that come in that's in the know. Oh dear. We're talking about moonshine and you know, Vanessa's just asked is brewing moonshine in allowed in UK, and obviously Gordo says you know, it's illegal to make spirits. So there you go. So we all caught up now, Johnny. You know, distilled spirits versus beer and wine. Now you can make your own beer, no problem. I don't know too about wine. Yeah, don't tell. But you know, it's
Yeah,
how you know, it's hard not to tell them if you've got like a distillery in your backyard. You know what I mean? I
go.
But you know what I mean? It's you know, it's one of them things. Chris is all about, you know, we'll drink it, but that's about only thing he's interested in. You know what I mean? He wouldn't. I mean,
go about making it.
Eh?
Not bothered about making it.
No, I mean now Gordo's into own brewing and everything. Make a large chem lab and they will not know the difference. You know, I don't know about that either. You can make infused spirits if you use shop bought. All you're doing is adding a flavour. You're not actually fermenting. So there you go. Gordo's come up trumps again. It says you can make infused spirits if you use shop bought spiritus, or all you're doing is adding a flavour. You're not actually fermenting. There you go. That's another question answered by Gordo. There you go. But you know what I mean? It's a case of you know, Gordo knows his stuff. He knows what he's talking about because he does a lot of own brewing. So you know, I ain't got a clue. Having a laboratory for chemicals at home is fine. Oh dear. But it's sort of knowing, you know, I mean, I ain't got a clue as regards law about, you know, this, that, and other, you know what I mean? Hi, Karate, how are you? Mr. P doesn't know how to make linguine with clam sauce. Well, that sounds like an American thing, so no, I won't imagine he does.
I've never heard of it. Hello, Karate.
Vanessa says, yes, I add fresh fruits to spirits a lot, vanilla beans to moonshine and vodkas. There you go. But yeah, I mean, Gordo you know, he does, you know, like, what were them that you picked not so long back, Gordo? Oh, what's they might have been it. Slowberry. Oh. He says, I've got slow gin going at the moment. I started that back in September. Slow is basically gin with slow berries soaked in the gin. Ah, there you go.
It next day. It's no good, this. I've got alcohol in the house and I can't bloody drink it.
Weren't that what you were on about? They're a bit like blackberries, aren't they? Them slow berries. That didn't you go picking them or something? I'm sure it were a while back. Yeah.
Other day, didn't
yeah.
You? Yeah.
But Johnny says, whoop, sniffing Tippex in school, old school. Gordo says, I did some blueberry rum for Xmas. That was lovely. Oh, Dr. Smith says linguine is an Italian dish. But yeah. Blackberries work wonders with moonshine. You then eat the blackberries with whipped cream on top. So basically, you just use the juice and then eat your blackberries afterwards. Well, it's very informative. You learn something. Yeah.
Whatever you do,
what?
Don't let Tucker in bedroom in morning. And if he comes in kicking my...
Well, I didn't have a choice.
I'm going to have a hangover.
It's all right, I'm getting told off. Because I got out of bed, I think it was about, I don't know, about 8:30 this morning.
8:30 this morning.
I gets out of bed, goes to the toilet, and quicker than a rat out of an aqueduct, Tucker bounds upstairs, jumps on Chris while they're in bed.
Right in my face going meow, meow, meow.
So,
come on, let me out.
Hey up. I'm not that quick, you know. No, you throw the blackberries at Mr. P, lol.
Just get out there, love you too.
Yeah, I thought it were. I thought I could remember you saying you'd been and picked some, and we were going on subject that they look a bit like blackberries, not blackberries, blueberries. The fruits in most liquors absorb a lot of the alcohol. That makes eating them after jar is empty. Oh, yeah. So you've got like liquor infused blackberries, if what I'm thinking is correct. Oh dear. Slow gin fizz in my younger days. Oh. Dr. Smith says marrowbone jelly with bathtub gin.
Ooh, blackberry infused whiskey is nice. You would like that.
Anything with...
Baby some!
I'm going to say anything with whiskey is in, Gordo. With the word whiskey in it, yeah. So, but yeah. If it involves whiskey, is in, Gordo. Yeah, Vanessa's agreeing. Yes, Gordo. But you see, whiskies is drink. I can't stand smell on it, let alone taste. But yeah. He's blown you out, Vanessa, for Gordo.
He's closer.
I'm going to do some cherry brandy for next Christmas. Just need to wait for the cherry season. Johnny says chips with ice and lemon. Oh dear. Oh dear. But Vanessa was saying earlier on, Johnny, she's going to pick up some moonshine and it's 190%. That'll blow your socks off. I don't know about hotels. And put hairs on your chest. She's inviting you and Gordo along.
Oh, that's it. Gordo can bring his whiskey and we'll mix his drinks.
But the thing is, whiskey, it's best, like, the longer you leave it, the better it tastes. So it's not a quick thing. You probably have to spend, yeah. That, oh, I'm trying to think what that words are. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Who sings it? And that, oh, Danny boy.
Do it yourself. Too much hard work. He sings the songs that remind him. To a good time he sings to remind him.
Yeah. The llama farm has the barrels. We could make a batch and let it age in barrel for a decade or so. You can't wait that long, Vanessa.
Bloody decade.
You do realise, Vanessa, I'd be diving med first into barrel. Yeah, Vanessa, we were on about like moonshine earlier on. Yeah, 190%. He says that hurts thinking about it. Chumbawamba, that. Yeah, that's the one. And I knew the song Karate. I just couldn't bring it to mind.
Chumbawamba.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Tub thumping. So yeah. There's one thing about you should know about Pixie, Vanessa. He's not very patient at waiting. Lol, we must start at some point. Plenty of moonshine until the whiskey is done. I just got to tell you, Vanessa, as well, he's not very good at DIY. Oh dear. But I knew the song, Gordo, but I just couldn't think who sung it. So yeah. So you were close. 5 months. She's on about a decade. It's 10 years.
What?
She said.
No.
Oh dear. Yeah, a decade's 10 years. Oh, Richard's got his job invite today. That crikey, if I can homebrew, anyone can do it. And Dr. Smith's like you, he's not one for waiting.
No, what it now, eh, Doctor?
Yeah.
We want it now. We want it now.
Shut up. He's not got very much patience.
No.
Yeah.
No. Definitely not.
She says start ages for 5 months.
What?
5 months.
What?
Yes, that is what Chris is good at. Gordo, destroy it yourself.
Oh no, can't deal with flat packs. Flat pack delivery driver if he brings a box to me.
Vanessa's there, you see. She says, if I stayed retired, I can brew it all.
Oh, there you go then. Let me know when it's ready and I'll come over.
Yeah, he'll see you in about 10 years, Vanessa. When it's ready to drink. Oh dear. So yeah, he's not a very patient person.
No. I'll be saying, is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? Can I have any yet?
She's made a leather bag design that should hold £100 of lead easily. Oh,
Mr. P, you can watch them, make them, but you don't get any. You don't get some of this on the. Cider? No, don't do cider.
Yeah, there you go. No, Chris, don't do cider. Nah, whiskey or oat like that. Yeah, is in.
Yeah. Cider's like
But no, he's not a very It's like, let's say he's doing some. Okie dokie then, Amjad. See you later. Thanks for popping in. I got the first Pfizer shot last Thursday. If I grow 3 heads after the second one in March, you could call me Hydra.
We were laughing about it the other day, weren't we? We were lifting his glasses up saying,
yeah.
Yes, nothing's happened to me.
Yeah. Chris were trying to do an impression. He were like tilting his glasses, and he kept saying, "Yeah, I've not had no side effects." Well, he hadn't even had his jab, so. But Vanessa and Gordo have got summit in you know, all this talk about I've got some cherry cider. I bottle just oh. Richard says I had some homemade cider at Christmas. Blimey, it was a fair drop of stuff. Oh dear.
You like my cider?
Well, you don't know until you've tried it.
Put it this way, Gordo. When I was 18, we had cider and we drank it all night and I bathed up till I was sober.
Yeah, Vanessa says cherry cider. I must get overseas. Well, I tell you what, we'll make a pact, Vanessa, that when you do get over here, we'll take you to see Gordo, and you'll be able to sample his.
You're ready for a 5-hour drive, then, Vanessa.
So yeah, you know, you probably not want to go home once you've tried Gordo's cider and whatever vanilla. At least I ain't called a Vicky tonight. I found a brand of black cherry cider I was hoping would be good. Dang, I tested it and had to spit it out. Oh dear. That's sacrilege in Chris's eyes. Vanilla? It's Amjad got me calling him vanilla again. But yeah, in Chris's eyes, you know, spitting whiskey or out like that, it's sacrilege. Do you get the Polish cordials in the US? Oh, there you go. You see, that's one thing. Explain root beer to us, Vanessa, because obviously it sounds like it sounds like a beer, but you know its origins. And yes, she does. I saw some this holiday, but yeah, you know what I mean. It's I mean, obviously we're in the UK. Richard says my head was banging in the morning and throat was like a fire back. I think Chris has had that feeling quite a few times, Richard.
Yeah, just a few.
Oh, the military base carries a bunch of holiday goodies in from Europe. Oh. This was just root beer, tasted great out of his cellar. I mean, give us a clue as like what it tastes like. I mean, we don't have, well, we probably do, but I've never come across it out like that here in the UK. What is root beer? You know what I mean? It's you know, while we're educating each other. But as I've always said, Johnny, you know, you're entitled to your opinions, just like everybody else's. I mean, oh, it's soda. It's like pop, as we call it. But yeah, you know, I mean, it's like, you know, you either want it or you don't. Ah, look for the Lowitz make of Polish cordial. Just add them to your cider on the second ferment settling period. Oh, there you go. He's going, you know, learning there's something new every day. Oh, what is it? Sassafras? I've never even heard of it. But yeah. So yeah, Gordo says, look for that Lowitz make of Polish cordial. There you go. Can you imagine if Gordo were ever to meet Vanessa? They'd be swigging away.
Oh, Gordo.
Oh, birch beer made from the sap of the birch tree. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's Johnny says, I'm what's known as awakened. I see the world for what it is, not what I am told to think. But yeah, you know what I mean? There again, it's, you know, it is what it is, you know. I don't discriminate against anybody that don't want it. Same as I won't discriminate against anybody that does want it. Oh, he's putting a link into Amazon there. So I take it that's that cordial that you've just been on about, Gordo. See what Gordo's put? Be rat-arsed after an hour. Well,
an hour, 190%. For like 20 minutes.
I was going to say 10 minutes, actually. Oh, dear. No, knowing what Chris is like after a couple of whiskies, I'd say more like 10 minutes.
A couple of whiskies of anybody's.
Just don't expect me to put you to bed. That's all I'm saying. Because it ain't happening. See you later, Richard. But I bet Richard would be in testing some of this. You know,
alcohol.
Yeah, alcohol. There you go, says Tara. I put that on my Amazon list. Yeah, it's the cordial link. I thought it were. You know, you'd be having a boys' jolly over to Vanessa's, all going rat-arsed. Oh, to give us ladies a quiet night. Well, we caught it. He said 2 right. You can go on a boys' jolly to Vanessa's, 190% moonshine and but yeah. And don't tell Johnny because he's just got his passport, so we Oh dear. Oh dear. Fancy a boy's outing over to Vanessa's in Connecticut in America, Johnny. Just adjust your sugar content. The cordial is high in fermented sugar. Oh, there you go. So yeah, John is a bit partial to we're talking about 190% moonshine and infused ciders and all sorts tonight, Johnny. So yeah, cheers everyone.
Cheers, everyone.
Just caught my ashtray with my cup. But yeah, I mean this is what we're all about, helping each other out, and and Gordo knows what he's talking about. You know what I mean? But Chris is. We're on about that earlier on and all, Johnny. I know, it's 6 minutes past 11. It says pop in my caravan on Reader Palm. We're on about like paranormal and whatever right at the beginning.
Yeah.
I used to distill all sorts of organic scents. Oh.
We look to have a good old time.
Tart.
But
it's like this. I mean, Chris ain't got the patience for anything like that. He likes something that you can put straight in your glass and drink it. You know what I mean? He ain't got the patience to
not wait bloody 10 years.
It's like let's say for instance, it come to me tomorrow and says, "Oh, I'm gonna start brewing my own." It's sort of brew it and then be saying, "Oh, can't I taste it yet? I'll just have a little drink." You know what I mean? He's not got the patience to weigh it.
I'll be tasting it every day to see if it's ready yet.
Oh, Richard's been looking it up. He says flights to Connecticut are only 270 from Manchester. When are we going? We'll let you know, Richard.
I hope if we let Richard come along, he'll be left to drink.
I'd have to move Tracy Keener and Ailey out first. But yeah, oh dear. It sounds like quite a boys' jolliday going to Vanessa's to taste moonshine and all. And even Richard's.
I bring moonshine. It thinks this that's the stuff I can make. Well, you know,
yeah, they're on about brewing moonshine and going out to Vanessa's, and they're going out on Gordo's going, your dad's going, Richard wants to go. He's even looked up prices at flights, Richard has. Oh dear. Right, guys, it's 9:10. I've gone 9:10. I tell you.
I'll be going to
bed.
bed.
Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're watching from the whole wide world. This is Ned Pickering.
Yeah. Tell you, my brain's addled.
I must be going to bed early.
So yeah, it is 11:10. I am going to close it down. Oh, Gordo's. They're in the caravan using my electric. You know what to do. Flick switch off. Flashback. So yeah, there's a link there that Gordo's put in for you, Vanessa. Here's a video on making cider with that cordial. There you go. Meter spinning. And I'll see you on Monday. I think Pixie might be going live tomorrow night.
It depends what mood I'm in.
Yeah, so look out for Pixie tomorrow evening. And don't forget, stay safe and look after one another. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye all.